Hello guys, Woohoo here, back with another video. This time around with the new show, and we are in week 28, and we got a really good one for you today. Keep in mind that it's going to be a little bit of a longer today because there's a lot of stuff they went over and a lot of good stuff in there as well. So make sure you watch it all the way to the end. And of course, like always, shout out to Zero for doing the live stream notes so I can do them for you guys on the news show here. So let's just jump into the news. So the first of it being that they're changing a little bit of Battle Royale, something to do with the kill credit, something to do with trophies and such on. Next thing is, of course, also XP gaining rebalance. They're talking about something towards like damage, because now you do damage. The damage you do is kind of like the experience you get, but they also will like it will benefit people that are more active than people just hiding in a corner. That's the thing. Next thing is, of course, the spectator mode, and of course people have requested this, and it's gonna be added as a option, of course, later on. I don't think it's gonna be a lot, but yeah. Next thing they're talking about is, of course, the trophy achievement for level 50 in PvP. And you might be wondering now, well, I only have like level 30 or something like that. They're working on it, so Bomber Royale experience will go towards that and count towards the experience. If it's going to unlock the things in as the PvP is now, I don't know if they're gonna get removed or still there and you just get them because doing the experience. But they're talking about, they know that it's gonna be, so at some point doing Bomber Royale, there's going to be like towards the old PvP system experience, so you also can get level 50, because nobody knew that there was going to be like a trophy achievement for that. So I personally don't have level 50, but I would love to see them just let Bomber Royale experience go towards that as well, and just get like everybody get 50, so it basically get the items or whatever. So it actually is possible. You can get the items now, but you do have to use Bomber Royale coins, and most people just do the 300 and maybe a few hours and stuff like that, and don't really care about like the war playing and stuff like that. At least what I know, and I will probably myself do Bomber Royale as like the dragon, and then maybe one aura or stuff like that, and that's kind of it for it. So definitely it would be nice if experience could go towards like level 50, so at least you can get all that out of the way and such on. But let's jump into the question and answer section. First one is, why do silver and gold egg drops from the ground like loot when torched? Thanks for calling out. It's basically there's going to be a hot fix, and they have already done that one already, so that's already out. Next thing is, any plans of chance how to change? I think this has to be any plans of changing how we get lesser crystal caches from helping critters. So right now the thing is that when you help critters, if you get away too far for them, if you go too fast, you don't get the reward for it, and you kind of have to go slow, which kind of in the beginning when you have like your gas and stuff like that is kind of yeah. So they are going to change it, and yes, we'll be changing in two ways. We're going to lower the tick needed to fill the bar, so it will fill up faster, so you will get the reward faster. That's going to help with the little trick I have posted also on this channel. I posted around how I do the 20 quests you can do every day, where you can both get inventory and lesser crystal caches and stuff like that. So that's actually just going to buff this method that I just did. So I'm doing basically. So the 33 minutes maybe it can come down to already like 20 minutes or something like that. And of course, so let's say fill up the bar fast, giving reward much faster, so the way you aren't too far away when the reward is being given, so you won't miss out. So I don't know, I don't feel like that was changing in two ways, but at least it's what we want it to be. So you can basically probably not go super fast, but you can probably just like actually run it maybe. Next thing is a kind of an old question, but will Luxian come as long as it's questline dragon? Basically, the point of this question is that they're asking if Luxian is ever going to be a dragon we can use, and they actually, when he was almost introduced when he was introduced, like I think like 1 or 2 live stream after people asked about this and they say properly, and I think that we are eventually going to get get him as a dragon, probably maybe at some special event. We could have gone this year, get him as a thing or something like that, or I don't know, maybe fragments. It could have been fragments in there, because we are now getting the gold. Is it called golden? Let me see if I can. The golden veil fragments are in the golden chests, right? Should have been fragments towards him instead. Still farming, but you can get them through that. That would be amazing. That would be kind of awesome actually. Then the golden one, or the golden veil one, because it's very easy to get outside of that. Next thing is, what about the Shadow Labyrinth project you announced months ago? Are you still working on it, or is it abandoned? It has not been abandoned, or forgotten. I think that's what has to, or it says for forgotten. I think it's or forgotten. But now they're focusing on U10. So basically, it was kind of like a labyrinth run. That was kind of like the caves, kind of is in a way, but. It's not something that's probably going to come soon, but we'll see after U10. That's what they're working on. Will U10 involve Geo modules? Please let us know so we have time to work on them. So the modules you have in the caves, I also wanted to ask about that. But as they say, combat in U10 will not use Geo cave exploring modules. So you don't have to upgrade these modules at all. Again, you don't have to touch it at all. It's all up to you if you want to do this. This is not going to be something. This is the modules are only for caving, and the U10 has nothing to do with caving in that sense. It's going to have a lore connection, but it's probably not going to have like a connection other than that, or maybe the place. We know that U10 is going to be on the surface of Geode, so I think they're just going to use the surface and like the lore around everything we're doing now, and just like take that and just do U10 as they did U9 kind of thing. Just make it sense, make the stories make sense. That's basically it, what they're probably going to use it for. Next, will you have more bomb type, for example, cool effects, confetti bombs, example, something there's a pretty say is pretty sweet, good idea. So confetti bombs would be kind of fun to throw around instead. That did the same thing basically. Will the quality of life update come out soon? Finally, remove other player names overlapping your characters' markers on the map. So, and they say yes. So right now, sometimes it can be, if you have a lot of people around you, it can be really, really hard to see where you're at. And even if people have like long names and stuff like that, and you're not close to them, but they're still like there. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the quality of life update that's coming at the end of the summer. Probably like, I would say we got another week of the Sunfest, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like 2-3 weeks after that, and then we're probably gonna see when they're gonna announce this update. It's gonna probably be like a little bit of a summer break there when nothing really is gonna happen and such. Can we get an answer for the retroactive club XP? It has been 2 weeks. So basically, the experience was that it has to be reduction in the XP for every level up going up. It has not happened yet. They're trying to resolve it, and they are, of course, aware of it, and they apologize. So it probably is going to happen at some point, because it hasn't happened now yet. So if you have a club and you didn't see it move or anything that should move, like for example, Club Wahoo is basically level 6, and you will see the reduction. So we're probably going to see like level maybe 7.5 or something like that, because of the experience moving down. I don't think we're going to see 7. I think that would be a little bit too much, because they are removing or reducing the experience needed on every level, but still I don't think it's going to be that much, but we'll have to see before that. So hopefully it's soon we're going to see that reduction, but they're working on it. The meta matter was on the low end of acceptable, but can we please get a new source of Adventurine, Recalis. So these are the ones you fill up and stuff like that, and they're kind of looking at it. And I also want to see if there's other methods to obtain metamatter, if they have any ideas or anything like that. But they're not working on changing the guaranteed thing or 2 hour at any of this. Next thing is something that people are talking a lot about is, of course, any plans of the bound brilliance, and they're saying we are putting in rewards on the power rank leaderboards for 5k plus. So right now it's all Dragonite all the way up. All the way up is Dragonite. Basically, you can get if you have 200. Is it 250,000 power ranked altogether? I think that's the one. I'm not sure. But you get 5 Dragonite a day, or less if you have less, of course. But they are removing it the lowest tier, so it won't be Dragonite the lowest one. So if you have 5,000 power rank, you will now get Bound Brilliance. If you have 5,000 and above, you will get a Bound Brilliance, and then the next tiers are still going to be Dragonite. And of course, they're also now putting a 4th place for classes. So now we have classes each week. The weekly challenge, there's 3 classes for each class, or it is rotating basically for 3 classes. I don't know what it is right now, but it could be Candy Barb, Shadow Hunter, and Gunslinger, for example, right? Those 3 can be there, and you get depending on where you are, you get some stuff and whatnot. Mostly in power gym boxes, right? If you are 5k and above. But now they're also putting the Vanguardian into that rotation, and they're putting in a 4th one now. So there's going to be 4 classes each week that is going to be on the leaderboard. So we're just going to get even more power gym boxes from this. And yes, if you don't have the Vanguardian, it's just like the same if you don't have another class, But many people do have the Vanguardian at this point. Some people are still working on it. Of course, it does take a long time if you are trying to get it through that. But that is at least what is going to go. We increased the chances of finding silver and gold eggs. No plans on increasing the drop rate. Those I don't think it needs to though. But yeah. Will there be a recipe to craft gold and silver companion eggs? No plans on that. It's important that the uncommon drop from the box. We're commonly moderating data, but we're fairly happy with it right now. And I don't think anything should change with the golden and silver eggs at the moment. I think the rarity, it makes it a little bit better. I think something amazing that they actually put it into the golden ticket chest, so you can actually farm them at the moment. I think that's amazing. Kind of stagnant a little bit the request or what people want from the golden companion eggs basically. But I can tell you, I've only had bronze egg, and I got my first rare companion. So yes, it does take some time maybe, and it is random from the bronze eggs, but you are able 100% to get this for sure. Next thing is any chance of considering changing Saturday daily bonus, currently PvP trophy obtainable. And of course we talked about this up here about that they wanted to change it, and they said look above. When are we to expect rebalance to crafting benches, drop chance of concerning chest drop or the drop amount induced? Continuing the amount data and feedback, nothing that requires certain change. And you may see around sometime as due. So what I'm thinking is that we're probably going to see a hopefully increase to drop chances of crystals or metamatter or some basic things that are holding people back now is probably gonna be increased, or you're getting more as U10 is coming out, because then people have their focus on something else, and the people that is not in U10 can basically get to U10 quicker because it's gonna be there, right? What is the quality of life update? So we talked about this, called the improvement update, and it's should be early August. So like we said, we're gonna see early August. Like I said, there's gonna be like 2-3 weeks, probably gonna change there. I think they say it should be early August. I don't think early August is gonna be it. I think it's gonna maybe be mid-August. Normally it takes a little bit, but It could be early August. That would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be later than mid-August. So we do have to keep that in mind a little bit. That could be it could be a little later. You never know. So just keep that in mind. But it's a bunch of improvement. It's all about what the community, all the things we discussed also on the news show. All that is going to come into that. A lot of amazing things. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not everything we wanted, but like I would say maybe 80 to 90% of all we wanted. Next thing, where is the this dragon is the one when you opt into. I also have a video on this on the you can go in opt into it, and again no promise on the date from yet, but we're working. It's basically a dragon where you could sign up to it called it opt into. Basically it's just you signing up for their newsletters and stuff like that for their games. And if you did that, you would get this guy, and it was in the heroes update, I think it was. Or was it the one? Was it an adventure update? I think it was in the adventure update, and we haven't seen him yet. And yeah, we're probably gonna be a while before we see him as well. Okay. Next thing is, will there ever be a boat, a sea-related update like enemy ships? That would actually not be terrible. Actually have some of that sailing around. That could actually be quite awesome. But main focus, of course, is still U10 because that is what we want, and I think it's best that they focus on one thing at a time and not like start small things like a boat related update with like enemies and stuff like that. Could you look into allowing us to invite to geocaves? We'll look into it. There is a reason they won't be doing it, because there is basically there might be some exploits or something like that, or exploits by inviting people in for different things, like if there's an egg or something like that or anything like that, basically could be like selling them or something like that to people. I'm not sure, but there's some complications with it, and I don't think they should be able to do it before U10. After U10 comes out, maybe that could be a thing as well. That could be something like that. Why is it, now we're talking about why is golden veil fragments in the golden chest, golden ticket chest? Sorry, don't have an answer for this. So they don't even know. So again, maybe they should have put in like Luxian, fragments instead, and yeah, make that a common drop, or I don't know, but something else that could be something instead. Will you add more story to the game? And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it, like read it a lot, but it's basically they're just talking about they're going to the planet has an arc to it, and you will fight against it, and also the final part of the resolution of the solving the conflict, basically. So we're gonna see a lot more lore and stuff like that. We're probably gonna see maybe a little bit of lore extra in the life. Quality of life update. We're probably going to see like them starting a little bit like they did with the ship and stuff like that, and do a little bit more in the hub and stuff like that. Will there ever be a better gear rank than Stellar? Dev, we've talked about this many times. We are probably going to see. We don't know the name of it yet, but probably will. Hopefully we can do that too. Can we explore the rest of the Geo planet? Yes, once the U10 is out, you can get on and out and fight on the surface. So you're gonna open up, and then you're probably just gonna fight and kill, and that's U10 basically on the surface. How that's gonna work, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see with that. Will more Bomber Royale maps be added? They're evaluating right now, and they are in early progress right now. So I think there's maybe 2 or 3 people that's maybe working on more maps, like just casually doing a little bit, and trying to get a few maps out there. Will the new gyms work? Of course, with current gyms. Will it be a Earth gym? Not ready to talk about it yet. That's, of course, they're not talking about this, but yes, we have talked about it recently that all our gyms is they're not gonna change in any way and like that. So yeah. Next. Next one is, of course, because they talk about the Moon and Aura again. We will look into it. Again, the question with the Moon and Aura, I'm just gonna go put it quickly. It's what I laughed about the question. Any plans on integrating Battle Factor with the battle system? The Battle Factor is what we have now. No plans, but it's a good question. We'll look into that. Maybe, yeah, sure. It could be something later on. Again, when U10 comes out, or even later, that battle factor could be something. If you have a lot of battle factor, you will also get more coins. So if you had one battle factor and you placed like place 10 in the battle royal, you get 2 coins maybe. I don't know if it's going to be too much. Like if you win, you get like 10 or something like coins. But it could be something by catching up people on the PvP stuff, so they could actually maybe rotate in more stuff later on and stuff like that. That would just be that. And the last question: will the pack, the Halloween pack, come back for Halloween? And they said yes, it will return for Shadow Eve. And of course, the Shadow Eve event is of course in October, around when Halloween is, and I'm pretty sure that's in October. So either we're gonna see U10 before October or after, because I did kind of remember that there was Halloween there, and also the Thanksgiving event, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on around there, so we'll have to see whenever that goes down. But like I said, it was a little bit of a longer video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will just cut it here because it's already quite long. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next news show. Bye!